We've been trapped in the fire, bound up in the mire, but the wisdom of our Father says go on. In our lives we've been wrong, in our love we must live on, and the wisdom of our Father says go on.
Revolution has emerged and the time for change has come, and the voices of the people are so loud. But we cannot stop, we cannot quit, we must stay the course through all of it. The liberation of our fathers is right now.
Now that we're here, we are out here marching. Jericho walls must come down. All the souls that we are representing are crying for justice, justice now. We've been trapped in the fire, bound up in the mire, but the wisdom of our Father says go on. In our lives we've been wrong, in our love we must live on, and the wisdom of our Father says go on.
You see, that's Popcorn world. Popcorn world. Yeah.
Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in the back of a can. You can make it rhyme and groove and the moves in your hand. Popcorn world. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. The popcorn world.
What's that saying? Breaking down the rumors and smelling out. Speaking for the people who must go around. Taking truth to power with a whisper and a shout. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, talking noise. Hey yeah, shit again, check. We're talking noise. Yeah, talking noise. Really don't have time to fool around. Remember, noise keeps us lined up. When truth divine, the sign that you is a sign of success. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, talking noise. Yeah, picking up all the time. We're talking noise. Yeah. Talking noise. Share it again. We're talking noise.
Welcome to Talkin NOIZ, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin NOIZ himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. Noise, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother Noise, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle Noise, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. Real truth while having real fun. Talkin NOIZ is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin NOIZ.
Clap your hands, everybody. Yeah.
And there it is. There it is. It's been too long, man. We back, baby. Yeah. But you know what? As much as we appreciate that intro, and we do appreciate that intro, we ain't really back until we back. Feel me, Mama Noise? You know what that means.
Oh,
Why you gotta say it like that, Mama Noise?
go ahead.
I'm just saying. You know my man gotta do his thing.
Of
That's what we
course.
paying him to do. Where's he at? Where's he at? I don't even see him over there. He ain't even on the thing. Oh, there he is. Right working. I didn't know if you was still working here, brother. Give me some of that, man. Come on now. Yes, sir. Praise the Lord, say. You see the smile on the donut? That's what you speak of. Mama Noise is right here. I'm right here. Albie's coming. Ron is, I think Ron is coming. I don't know. He may or may not. Jay's supposed to be here. It'll be a good night. Go grab your Bible, grab your church bag, grab your little stuff, little stuff that you want to sip on stuff. You know what I'm saying? It'll be holy, but you know, we drink sometimes. Or on some of the other shows, maybe not so much tonight. But get ready, baby. It's Talkin NOIZ. So good to see everybody. Shout out to my man, Kurt Miller. Healed and delivered. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. Now, white organ. I just want you to give me a little bit of this. Y'all sing just a little bit. Don't sing everything. Yes. Get your lighters up. Where your lighters at? Dang, white organist. Yeah, that's some good shit right there, boy. Okay. Only because Jay's coming and you just want to prepare the audience, Mama Noise. Hey, Jay is coming. He's coming. You don't want the audience caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Dion is in the building. Dion is always first to his pew. I appreciate Dion for getting here early. Some church members don't get there early. They come dragging into the church late. You know what I'm saying? Dion be early.
To be on time.
Ready to go. All right.
You gotta be early to be on time.
Gotta be early to be on time, you know what I'm saying? But it's good to see everybody, man. Good to see everybody. Shout out to those watching this on the rewatch. And we appreciate you as much as we appreciate anybody. We needed them months off, y'all. Noise is a business. And we've been handling our business. And the only thing I can tell you is God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. The Lord is blessing us right now. Oh, right now. That's all I can tell you, man. That's all I can tell you right now. I can't tell you no more than that right now. But I can just tell you, the Lord is blessing us right now. Oh, right now. Let me tell you something. I still got it. Mama Noise, I still got it.
I see.
He woke me up this morning, started me on my way. The Lord is blessing me right now. Oh, right now. See, if Jay was here, he'd appreciate what I just did.
Yeah.
You don't know that song, but he know that song. Have you ever heard that one, Mama Noise?
Yes, I have. You know,
heard that one?
Look, I've been married to you for 25 plus years.
25 years, Mama Noise.
25 plus. So I have heard a lot of
You
gospel.
have. You really have. You really have.
Now,
And
I'm not
despite
like
what
you and Jay that are connoisseurs of it to the point where you're able to roll off every title and every group and quartet and all of that. I don't know all of that.
I ain't gonna hold you, Mama Noise. I know some shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
See,
I ain't gonna hold you. No, Mama Noise, I'm just trying to get everybody ready because Jay's coming. See, once Jay get here, I don't have to, do as much. The fast, look, Jay say, the fast and the slow. Where you at, Jay? You coming? He probably getting his Bible. You got to get there. Got to drive and get in place, whatever. Okay, listen, it's good to see everybody. We're glad to be here with you. The slow version is really slow. We ain't got time for that. I had to do the updated version, Mama Noise.
What?
I had to do the quicker version because, if you don't, some of them gospel songs, them old gospel songs, if you don't do the up to date version, you be there at church for 45 days. Like you'll be there forever.
I'm sure you've dated yourself by saying the slow version. Kind of like us when we say things like, I like the slow songs. And instead of and the fast songs. Okay, well that never was clear. We slow dance to slow music. Okay, well, what is that? That never really was a genre.
No, I feel you, Mama. Listen, we wanted to let y'all know, for some reason, we ain't been on so long that the Noisemaker page forgot that we was there. So we having a little bit of technical difficulty, but I've shared the show to the Noisemaker page so you can watch it on the Noisemaker page. Just be watching it via my personal page. That's fine. As long as you can see it. That's all we care about. That's all we care about tonight. So we got a jam-packed show for you. We got topics on topics because we ain't been here in a long time. So we got a lot of stuff that we want to kind of get to. I don't know if we're going to get to everything tonight.
We could possibly.
Yeah, we can't get to everything tonight, but we go get to as much as we can. But before we do that, we got some church announcements. Real quick, white guitars. Give me a little bit of a little bit of something. White guitars. Is that it? Is he playing?
I hear it.
There you go. Thank you, white guitar. Turn it up next time. Turn your amp up. Okay. All right. Just want to let y'all know that praise the Lord, saints. We're glad to see you again. And then also on Thursday, we got Believe in the ACC. A lot to talk about with Believe in the ACC. A big week went down, and so we want to get that going. Want to make sure y'all there to see Believe in the ACC Thursday morning. And then, of course, the 5 is on its way back, but we praying for Brother Chad, our producer and one of the hosts of the 5. He's been going up the rough side of the mountain, but he's on his way back. So the 5 will return in November's. Amen, amen. Along with Uncorked Wine. Uncorked Wine probably will not return until November's or December's, and maybe even January's. I don't know yet. We haven't decided. But it'll be later on in the year. Amen. Amen. Now, Mama Noise, do you have any church announcements? No church announcement? Okay. Thank you, White Guitar. We appreciate you getting a little loud over there.
I just don't know what month November's is in.
November's? November is the one that comes after October's.
Yeah, but no, there's no S on the end of that.
Mama Noise, don't be like that. Don't be bougie. Don't be bougie. Ladies and gentlemen, it would not be a show without the incomparable, the all-knowing, all-seeing.
Nope.
God bless him. He's just that great. He is Al Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, Al Brown. First of all, I ain't going to hold you. You look good, Al B. You look good, brother.
Thank you. You folks look marvelous as well. It is good to be back in the saddle again.
What is this?
I was out in them streets, so I was running a little late. I apologize for that.
Oh, No
He's out in
problem,
the
Al B.
streets.
We know how them streets can be sometimes. We know.
Mhm.
We know. We know.
Out
But you
in
made
the
it by the
streets.
grace. You made it by the grace. Did you hear me? Did you hear me pontificating gospelically?
Gospelically is not a word.
Gospelically on with the Lord is blessing me right now. Did you hear that, Brother Al?
Brother Al.
I did that shit. They ain't gonna hold you. I did it. Mama Noise, stop looking like that. I told you Jay is on his way. I got to get the people ready. You got to warm them up. You got to warm up. You can't just throw Jay at people. You got to warm them up.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know there's a balance on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Help us,
right?
Lord.
Huh?
Help us, Lord. Help us.
Help us, Lord.
I know.
He's working.
And stretch your hand.
Well, listen, we got to.
No, this
other
way.
way. There you go. Yeah. Well, listen, we got a debate going on tonight in just a few hours. Well, not even hours, 45 minutes, really, 40 minutes. There's going to be a debate for the vice presidencies of the United States of America. Yes, it is. And it'll be between the incomparable Tim Waltz and that other dude that sound like a car. That other dude that sound like a truck driving company, JD Vance.
Oh, my gosh.
So they're gonna get up there. It'll be obvious who the more qualified candidate is inside of 5-10 minutes into the debate. But I just think you just have to watch it just to see for yourself. But it'll definitely be obvious who the better debater and the more qualified vice presidential candidate is. So do I sound biased? I feel like I'm biased.
But these are facts.
That's because I am.
Yeah.
I don't know racist for a president no more.
No more.
No more. We've done that. Been there, done that, ready to move on.
Okay.
But we got a big show. But first I gotta check with Al. Al, how you been?
Well, it's a big show.
Yeah.
I've been doing good, man. We're in the middle of a fall break. J. Smith finally got smart and gave us a whole week off. So it's nice.
Did y'all survive the hurricane?
Yeah, we got a lot of rain, but nothing damaging. No measurable flooding. You know, some creek beds may have risen, but nothing major.
So the creek did rise, is what you're saying.
Lord willing, and the creek.
Right. Normally say if the Lord willing and the creek don't rise, but the creek did rise.
So is this what happened all them years when the creek was rising when we was kids and stuff? Was it a hurricane? And they just didn't know how to tell us.
Well, it was a storm. It was definitely a storm activity. And so, you know.
But they didn't close our schools. I'm just saying.
We didn't get much school closure. You are correct.
No, they didn't close our schools.
You are correct, Mama Doy. We did not get much school closure.
It was like 6 in the morning.
At least I don't remember much school closure.
I honestly believe that the school closure had more to do with the absenteeism than it did the weather.
Explain.
I mean, we're already devastated with vacant positions in the buildings, behind the wheels, and so it doesn't take very many call-ins nowadays to cause a disastrous situation.
Gotcha.
So.
Say no more. Gotcha. So this was more. We're gonna be short anyway. We might as well just, you know.
That's in my opinion.
That makes sense.
I believe that it had more to do with absenteeism than the weather. Now, I do think that those 30, 40 mile an hour winds, along with that rain, would have affected transportation that evening. But yeah.
Mama Noise, am I hallucinating, or does this feel like it's just hanging off of me? Like it feels like
we're in the same boat, bro. Just let it hang.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna just leave it alone. But it sure feel like it's hanging off of me. Like trying to keep it together. Okay, all right. I ain't gonna get fixated on it. Listen,
We got to start the show off with breaking news for those of you who have been driving trying to get home and you didn't know what was going on. We have breaking news, and it is not good news. I hate to start the show this way, but that's just the way we got to start tonight. The incomparable, I'm using incomparable tonight, but it applies. Legendary actor John Amos, one of my all-time favorite actors ever, has left and gone to glory.
James Evans.
Well, some of you know him as James Evans. Some of you know him as Kunta Kinte. I like to think of him in one of the lesser known roles as Admiral Fitzwallace from the West Wing.
Was he Kunta Kinte? I thought that was.
Oh, he was Kunta Kinte. He was the older version of Kunta Kinte.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought that was.
Mama knows y'all remember Roots?
LeVar Burton was the younger version.
That's what I remember.
Was the younger version.
That's what I remember.
Right. You ain't gotta look like that, Jay. You ain't gotta look like that. Mama knows makes mistakes sometimes. Now we all make mistakes sometimes, but the Lord is faithful to forgive.
I'm just glad them kids got you. That's all I gotta say.
No, we make a good team.
That's sad. That's sad. Them kids need 2 parents. I'm glad they got you.
Well, all kids need 2 parents, Jay.
That don't make no sense. Them kids need to see Roots. Now, how could you not know that James came in and played the adult version of Kunta Kinte?
She just didn't remember it. She just didn't remember.
He got his foot cut off.
That's true. He would not have got his foot cut off.
I don't know why y'all celebrate like it ain't trauma.
Oh, it is trauma.
But we have to know the story.
You're like, well, I need to know the names of their real names and all that stuff. Wait a minute.
Well,
You get a pass as long as you knew he was Cleo McDowell. You get a pass.
Right, as long as you know he's Cleo McDowell.
Do you know he's Cleo McDowell, Jay?
Come on now. How could you not know the Archers?
The gold. Well, it's the Golden Arcs, actually.
The Golden Arches.
Right. Golden Arcs.
Come on.
His was the Golden Arcs.
Come on now. Come on.
McDonald's had all 2 ball beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickle, onions. But
on a sesame seed bun.
They had sesame seed buns.
If I didn't watch nothing else, I watched Coming to America. That girl was fine as hell. What was her name? I'm sorry.
Vanessa?
Sorry. No, not the one that was barking, the other one.
Sherry Headley?
Ooh.
Was she fine?
He like red bone.
You know what? You do have a type. God dog.
Irregardless of his type, she was fine.
You damn right.
Yeah. She ain't no Mama Noise, but she's fine. What y'all not gonna do is get me in trouble. I'm not doing that. Okay. But yeah, listen, John Amos, legendary. Probably didn't get the roles, as many of the great roles that she should have got, though he had a phenomenal career. Let's be clear. Phenomenal career. Coming to America. Die Hard 2. Again, I said The West Wing. That, to me, the greatest thing he ever did was The West Wing. Like, if you go like that, he was outstanding in The West Wing.
Didn't he get fired?
He did. I was just headed that way.
So yes, I would imagine that large gap had something to do with that. He was probably labeled and blackballed or
hard to work with.
Maybe.
Well, what happened was, what happened was the in season 3, Good Times was experienced tremendous success, but also tremendous controversy because the show had, much like Family Matters did with Urkel, where it started out as an ensemble, but Urkel exploded onto the screen and he became dominant to the comedy. So the writers start catering the language and the comedy around him. Same thing happened with Good Times. Happened with Good Times first. And so JJ became the focal point, and James and Florida Evans had felt a way about that because they were like, no, the beauty of the story is that it's family. And they're trying to fight through the experience of this, that, and the other. And we still want to tell these Black stories. And the writers and John Amos did not get along. and ultimately mutually decided that it would be best that they parted ways. So
it was mutual. Okay.
Well, as mutual as it could be in the 70s, and you know, I think he felt it leaving that show. Like he didn't get a lot of steady stuff. Like he got movies, but as far as TV, I don't remember. Other than the West Wing, I don't remember anything else he did in TV. I think he had that guest appearance on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when he played Lisa's father, and that's about it. I don't remember much else. Do y'all remember anything else he did on TV?
When he was playing Fitz Wallace, I appreciate that he played such a positive role.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It showed all of his acting chops.
Yeah. It showed why he's one of the best to ever do it, quite honestly. He is one of the best to ever do it. So
I don't know what y'all talking about on that show. I don't know that show.
Oh, now nigga don't know shows. All of a sudden he don't know shows.
But I do know when he played oh shit, I can't think of the name of the show. Oh shit.
Well, then you obviously don't know then. If you don't remember the name of the show.
The gambling show with him and JJ and Bootsy Collins. Not Bootsy Farnsworth. Bootsy Farnsworth.
Let's Do It Again. Yes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies, by the way. Bill Cosby, Sidney Poitier.
Yeah.
He played 40th. No, he didn't play 40th Street Black. He played what did he play? What was his character? It was Biggie Smalls, and he was y'all remember who he was?
Come on now.
Mama Noise.
Mama Noise.
Yes, I know who he was. Was he 40th Street Black? No, he wasn't 40th Street. That was the other box.
Wasn't this TV show in black and white?
No, it wasn't no black and white. You know what, Mama Noise?
No,
we ain't doing that now.
I don't remember it being in color.
That's strike two, Mama Noise. Kansas City Mac.
Kansas City Mac. There you go. Mac.
It was Kansas City
Mac.
Kansas City Mac. Man, he was good. God, that was so dope, man.
He was good.
I hate that his life at the end
Mama Noah, it's a damn shame you said that movie was in black and white. That's a damn shame.
You know what? You're gonna come back throwing shade at me. You done told my kids it's a good thing their daddy's around because they would never know.
Mama Noah, you are a phenomenal mother. And I don't let anybody tell you nothing different.
I never said she wasn't. It's just that she didn't introduce the kids to the culture properly.
Well, we tried, Jay. You know, we gotta ease them in, you know.
And you have said that yourself, Mr. Noah. You said she don't watch them kind of shows. You said that yourself.
You have said
I don't remember saying I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that.
Mama Noah's don't watch.
I don't remember saying that. No, never said that. No, never said that. Never said that.
Look at him.
You gonna believe this dude, Mama Noah? Come on now.
Them BET shows. You just said that. Yes, you have. Them what? Them BET shows.
I've said Mama Noah's like nigga comedy. I've said that.
Yeah. And them one shows. Yeah.
She like her Asian shows, man. She like her Asian shows.
I said something wrong.
All the time.
All right. We do have to deal with a couple of other breaking news. We don't have a lot to say about this right now, but I'm sure we will. Iran fired on Israel today. Launched a whole bunch of missiles on the civilians. That's beginning.
They didn't hear anything.
Thank God.
Yeah, but still, though, you don't just
fire
a bunch of people.
They tried it. But
we didn't say they was good at it. We just said they did it.
What is he doing?
I don't know. Sign language.
World War III.
Oh no!
Oh God forbid!
No.
America can't just stand by. They've committed too much.
Well, the problem is them folks over there don't want to fight America.
That part. And then since he was going, well, you know, we may have to help Israel if Iran keep blasting, and we like, oh.
Well, we're in a weird place. Let's just say that we're in a weird spot right now. So definitely one of those to be continued. We don't know where this is headed, but you know, we don't know. And then each week for the next 4 weeks, we're probably gonna give you these updates as to where we are in the race. Operation Kamala is going on right now. As of today, the New York Times has her with a 4-point lead. 538.com. If you've ever not seen that, it's a political site that's pretty much solely centered around the numbers. And they have her basically at a 3-point lead. Now, Reuters has her at a 7, which seems high, but it could be right. Reuters maybe talking to people that the rest of us ain't talking to. So I don't know. But they have her at a 7. NBC News has her at a 5. And the Independent has her at a 3 or a 2.6. So, but the battleground states, which is the key to the race, are very tight. I think she was currently projected to be leading in 5 of the 7, and only down by 1 in the other 2. So it's a tight race. It is a tight race, and hopefully tonight will go a big way in extending that lead, or the next few weeks it will go to extending that lead. I do now understand fully why Donald Trump is not going to debate her. Not just because he can't debate her because he's stupid, but also there was a poll that came out, I think it was a New York Times or Newsweek, that said there are still a lot of people that don't know who she is and what she really represents. And so I think his people are telling him it's better for you not to get on stage and to alleviate that mystery, and leave the independent or moderate voter in the dark, so that and hopefully they won't pivot to her once they hear both of you side by side.
Every time he has an opportunity to public speak, he seems to offend and distance himself from a portion of society. It was single mothers, and then it was Americans with disabilities, and so it is best for him to just silence and ease his way into the election, and trust and believe that his goons will continue to embrace everything that comes out of his foul mouth.
Yeah. Jay, thoughts
about
just
that
all
lead?
of it? Yeah, just all of it.
No, man, I have nothing kind to say about him, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
We don't mind non-kind things. We're okay with that.
I'm you know, I don't understand how people can be undecided at this point. I don't understand the need for debates at this point. I don't see why we can't have the election tomorrow. If your ass is confused at this point, where you been? You should know enough about Donald Trump to make a sound decision about anybody that's running against him. You should know enough about what Kamala stands for. Policies at this point come and go, in my honest opinion. You can't think of policies of past presidents that truly, some maybe, but most that truly matter today. You can't think of those policies for most presidents. but the decency matters.
Yeah.
The decency, the Constitution matters. So if you got someone that's trying to subvert the Constitution and do away with rule of law, that's what matters. So I don't understand any SOB that's willing to do. I'm sorry, Steve, you got me going. I don't understand any some bitch that's willing to normalize the rule breaking and the law breaking and the idiotic things that he says about Americans. You're willing to normalize that, but you want to discuss policies with him. How do we get past all the foolishness to discuss policies? How in the heck is that okay?
Well, I don't know. This don't seem that hard to me as well, but for some reason, it seems to be difficult. And the more challenging thing that I think that and shocking thing is 1 in 4 U.S. black men under 50, what is this reporting, are supporting Trump? I don't understand that at all.
There is a humongous segment of our, and I say our, black society that have somehow been lured into this belief that neither candidate is beneficial to us, being that age group, those 20-somethings, late 20s, early 30s. And so they choose either to support Trump or they have declared that they would not vote at all. And I had that conversation. Exactly. And I had that conversation with my son. And I'll tell you, I'll be candid, and I'll tell you exactly what I told him. Politics is a dangerous game. It's never for us, especially us low-income members of society. It's never designed to benefit us. Not truly. It's designed to get our vote. However, as Jay said, move policy aside and just look at the individuals. How can you even fathom following a person as morally decayed as Donald J. Trump? How could you even consider it? And I told him, I said, I'm not trying to tell you how to vote. Vote however you want to. I've always been that way with him. Vote however you want to, because it's your conscience that you have to live with. And and I told him he worships with a different segment of society than I do. And
right.
And I believe that a lot of what they propagate is filtering into him. And I told him that Bible that they keep thumping at you says, let the wheat and the tares grow together. I said, so that's their policy. But then you have to check your morality and say, okay, am I comfortable with this man as the leader of a free society?
Yeah.
He wanted to say this, she's for gay marriage and she's for abortion and da 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 da. I was like, that's all a cover up.
Right.
That is all a cover up.
Yeah.
So sorry to cut you.
No, you're fine, brother, because you're speaking the truth. I don't for young black men to be so willingly ignorant during this time is very scary. And and as I say that, I segue into something that has happened on this show, and I need to give Mama Noise, start out our season premiere, giving Mama Noise a public apology. And by the way, this is our 4-year anniversary. We started 4 years ago, so congratulations to us. And I'm going to start with a public apology. Mama Noise said 4 years ago to me on this here podcast, she said, baby, she might have said baby, she might have said Lord, but she said, Lord, you don't see the trend of young black men in sports and football and basketball who are marrying outside of their race. And this is not a knock on people who marry outside of their race, but what she was trying to show me is that there is a mindset shift among young black men that was deliberately trending away from black women. And I didn't hear that when she said it. All I heard her say was there was these mixed race couples. I was like, no, it's not as bad as you think, and we just not promoting this, that, and the other. But now, 4 years later, I see exactly what she was saying and what she was trying to say. It's not just that there is a shift to make more mixed races, is that there is a deliberate shift from black women. Now, I bring that up because for black men at this season to pick a purely morally bankrupt, racist white man as your next president over a deeply qualified black woman speaks volumes to where young black men are today. And that is a scary, scary situation.
Wow. Thank you. By the way,
You welcome.
I'm sorry. I think I'm getting feed. Feed.
All right. I'm just saying the truth. You know,
I feel like that black women have been supporting all this time. And now that it's a black woman's turn, black men want to rally together talking about they ain't gonna vote or they ain't gonna let her, we ain't gonna let her. Sir, I tell my kids, the kids told me, so basically we just hitched a ride. I said, yeah, I gave you a ride into this world. You came through me. So your mama, you know, your mama gave up her, you know, we talk about as mothers that sometimes your babies still, you know, your looks, your this, your that, and all these things they steal from you when you give birth to kids. We give all of that. So then you get into this world. You start to smell yourself. That's what my mom used to say. You start to smell yourself, and now, soon as you think that a black woman would lead, you want to jump ship and say, well, if she's leading, and I don't want to be a part of it. You don't think a black woman's capable?
Not to cut you off, but Mama Noise, I've even heard black men try to justify not voting for her scripturally.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I said, well, what you say? You gonna pull out the Bible?
Oh, yeah, they said she's out of her place. You're supposed to get somewhere and sit down. You're not supposed to have nothing to say. I'm like, really, sir?
Now, talk about them
from the same men of cloth that have their spouse as their co-pastor.
But Miss, now wait, Albie. Now that has nothing to do with the Bible. That's all about keeping that money in the house.
Andy Bruce said, so we're not going to talk about her white husband? That's what he said.
You know what I wonder? Is that what it has to take?
What do you mean? Her to marry a black man?
Like, okay, so Michelle and First Lady Michelle Obama and President Obama, they made it. That was not even supposed. Can you imagine if somebody would have told you back in the day there will be a black president and a black first lady? They'd have said, not in this lifetime. But so sometimes I think a lot of these different, like her and what's her name, Kenjanae Jackson,
Ketanji Jackson.
Ketanji Jackson.
Yes.
Supreme Court justice.
Sometimes I think that it's more so than a. This is not shade, but it's like it's more so a power move than it is an actual relationship. Like Clarence Thomas and his wife. From where I understand, that's been a power move from the giddy up. For some reason, you're able to navigate better through certain waters you wouldn't have access to if you didn't, if you weren't, you didn't have that extra help.
Well, Mama, not to cut you off, but let me just stop you right there because I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're trying to imply. Let me say this, and I'm gonna look right into the camera when I say it. In the words of the little black girl from Remember the Titans.
I know. I do not care.
I do not care. We can talk about our white husband all you want to. But if we're going to talk about our white husband, let's talk about the racists on the other side running for president.
How we have forgotten, though. That's the part
This, to me, we need to stop making this hard. This ain't hard. This is not difficult. This ain't challenging. That man is one vote away from trying to lynch you. He'll string you up if he get a chance. He don't care nothing about you. He don't care nothing about you as a person. You want the president that don't care nothing about you as a person? He don't care nothing about your people. That's who you want?
What about January 6th?
This ain't hard. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
I don't have a problem with her white husband.
I don't care. It don't matter.
I don't have a problem with her Jewish husband. I don't give a damn if that Mother Hubbard was green. It's not like that woman didn't date black men. Because she did. She did.
Started there.
She did.
She tried.
Now, how many of those black men stepped up and tried to do right by that woman?
All right. This would have been good for the drop. But go ahead.
So don't come asking me about her white husband. How many of them did right by her? Hello.
Well, then there's that.
I ain't gonna argue with that because ain't no sense of arguing with somebody that ain't lying.
Well, I don't have shade for it. Listen.
It just don't matter. What does it matter?
So it depends on the race of the person's spouse before let's skip that. Let's stay in the gender. You don't want the first woman the first woman president where there was an opportunity with Hillary. It didn't work. Now there's an opportunity for not only the first woman president, but to be the first black woman president. And black men talk about, I think, sir, why you ain't just saying I'm here for it? Why you ain't backing her up? Why you ain't trying to figure out how many people you can make sure?
Well, Mama Noise, she's only black now because she needs our vote, right?
Oh, you know what?
Is that what they're saying?
That's what Trump said. Are you black now? Sir, you need to get somewhere. Because January 6th, that's what they should say to him. Every time he started talking stupid. January 6th, where was you at? Look, you the first president to allow stuff to happen on American soil. I need you to sit down and have 2 seats.
You know, it's a sad day when a white man tries to engage in that conversation about whether or not we are black. You know, that's a sad day.
It's a sad day that he felt comfortable enough to do it.
Exactly.
That shows how far we have eroded ourselves. That he felt comfortable enough in a. Let's think about the dynamics by which he made that statement. He deliberately made that statement at the National Association of Black Journalists. He sat in a room full of black and brown folk and looked them dead in their eye and said, "She ain't black enough."
He sure did.
That is not for you to discuss.
If he has said on television in front of all those black people, in front of the nation, what does he say behind closed doors?
He says what he really want to say.
Did y'all not forget this is the same man that called Haiti and Trinidad and the other third world countries shithole countries?
He did.
Come on.
But he is the same people that tried to reel the Haitians in, saying that they're gonna eat your cats and dogs.
Come on now.
That's who y'all want to vote for?
Come on.
But I mean, why ain't he? Okay, this is the part that I don't understand. This is the same guy that said this about cats and dogs, about the Haitians, making that connection. But the Haitians didn't come over here. They didn't sneak into the country.
Well, first of all, it wasn't true. Stop lying.
That part too, but it's kind of
lying mouth, Donald Trump. Stop lying.
They got the Haitians in Springfield shook. The kids are scared to go to school because everybody is witch hunting the Haitians.
Bomb threats.
And will not apologize. Mm-hmm. That's a dangerous person that will not apologize no matter how wrong they are. And you still want to support that fool? Come on.
I've yet to hear anybody or read anything where they've gotten on social media and cussed Kamala Harris out for having the lowest interest rate in 16 years. I've yet to see anybody get on social media and cuss Kamala Harris out or Joe Biden out for having $2.69 gas. But on the flip side, when it was $3.99, it was Sleepy Joe and Kamala's fault. When the stock market kind of wobbled there for a second, it was Sleepy Joe and Kamala's fault. But now that it's back setting record paces, I've not heard anybody cuss Kamala and Joe out for that.
Al, don't let the facts get in the way of a good lie.
It's just I find it absurd how they so quickly grab these lies and run with them, and then when faced with the truth, the blatant truth, like Hurricane Helene, he blatantly stood before the American people and said the governor of Georgia has not been able to get in contact with Sleepy Joe.
Come on, man.
Even after the Republican governor came back and fact checked and said, no, I've spoken directly to the president of the United States.
He's
given me his direct number, and he's asked me to contact him when I need anything. And I told him we are okay now.
We're good. Yeah.
But his trolls
took
that lie, ran with that lie, and refused.
Won't take it back.
Reel it back in.
Won't take it back. Nope.
The scary part about a Trump follower is that they are the equivalent of the scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz. They follow without a brain. It is not necessary to have a brain. Do you realize that they are exactly the same as that scarecrow? That scarecrow got down from that perch and followed that little girl without even having a brain to know where he was going. And that's a Trump follower. They get down from their perch and they follow with no brain and no willingness to think for themselves and just say, well, he'll lead us to Emerald City. He'll lead us to a better life. He'll lead us to something greater than what we've experienced. And all he's going to do is get you killed. All he's going to do is get the crows after you. You just wandering through life aimlessly. He got some of y'all arrested. I mean, that's just dumb to me. But
I mean, the people, the coal miners are still waiting.
Oh, they've been waiting. They've been waiting. They're gonna be waiting for quite some time.
I'm just listen.
So anyway, we'll keep updating you every week, until a decision has been made. We'll probably be here election night like we were 4 years ago, having a good time, enjoying ourselves. Hopefully we'll be able to enjoy it that night. Hopefully it won't drag on for several days. This is where we are so far. Things are hopefully moving in the right direction. We do have to talk about this. Well, this happened while we were gone as well. I don't know if I have to update you on what has happened as far as the totality. Most of you understand that Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. Love, whatever he calls himself, has been arrested for sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation in prostitution. Now there are new allegations by Texas lawyer Tony B. Busby, as of today, that 120 victims have come forward to say, "Me too."
Oh my
25
God.
25 of which are all minors, allegedly. Now this is all allegedly. 25 are all underage. 3 are as young as 9, 14, and 15. They are Mr. Busby is still fact gathering as to not just what Diddy did, but also he claims that there are others involved as well, and that he is just trying to get his quote unquote ducks in a row. And as soon as they get them straight, they will announce the rest of the story. In conjunction with that part of the story, there is according to Mr. I don't know if it's Mr. Busby that said this or if this is Ariel Mitchell Kidd, but someone is alleging that there is a quote pornographic video featuring a person more high profile than Diddy in the video. And it is being passed around for sale, as far as I understand.
Oh, the black market is hopping
on it right now. I don't know if it's black market or not, but it is being discussed and bidded on, from what I understand. So the Diddy case is fascinating for this particular reason. First of all, let's be clear. This nigga is going to jail. There's no question he's going to jail.
No, he's in jail.
Well, I'm saying he's going to. Right now, he's just a visitor, though. Mama knows. He is going to be locked up. It is inevitable.
He will not see the outside of a facility or a courtroom. I don't think so, because he is such a flight risk.
No. He's not. Yeah, he has found his final resting place, or at least his resting place for the next 15 to 20 years.
God damn.
No question about it. He's going. Listen, I need everybody to understand something very clearly. Your local law enforcement or your state law enforcement They investigate. They go in, get a warrant, and they try to discover clues as to the crime you committed. The federal government got you dead to rights when they come get your shit.
And I need to throw in this addendum.
Go ahead, Mama
Noise. For the people that had something to say about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil that was found, somebody said Costco. Costco immediately responded to.
Oh yeah, we wanted.
It's so funny, but I'm saying that Costco immediately responded and said, "We don't even sell baby oil.
Don't even sell baby oil. Don't even bring that over here.
Our stores in the United States or abroad." So let's be clear. Don't be name dropping Costco because we ain't got nothing to do with baby oil.
Right. No. Well, to your point, Mama Noise, the week that Diddy was indicted, 7 CEOs all resigned mysteriously. Mm-hmm. One being former music executive, and I believe connected to Bad Boy, Mr. Kevin Liles. Mm-hmm. I think a couple of more of those CEOs were connected to Kevin Liles as well. Connected to Diddy as well. The point that we're trying to make is this. This story is going to be much bigger than you can possibly imagine, but not just because of Diddy. There's a video floating around on the internet where the young lady, it's a scene from New Jack City, and somebody superimposed Diddy's face on Nino Brown's face.
Oh yeah.
Scene where Nino Brown says, "This thing is much bigger than Nino Brown."
Yeah.
Diddy's lawyer has come out and said he is absolutely going to testify. I believe, and I now will turn this over to the panel for discussion, that this is going to get much greater. Much, much greater than Mr. Puff Daddy by the end.
Which is why he has a chance of actually not spending as much time in prison as you think.
It depends on who the quote unquote greater than me names are.
It depends.
Right. Now, if they are truly significant as he supposes, then there is a path.
It depends.
To not exoneration. I don't think he'll be exonerated. I do believe he's going to spend some time in jail.
Right.
But he may cut a little time off of his sentence.
He might roll on some names.
Depending on who they are.
Right.
And depending on how they affect his long-term relationships.
Right.
But what are your thoughts overall as to the whole totality of all of this? This is a maddening situation, and then today's news was wildly disturbing. Because at first it was just sex trafficking, and it was the ambiguity and gray area of consent. But now we have transitioned as of today's accusations by Tony Busby, Esquire, that now there may be elements of pedophilia and molestation, and that may be a bridge too far for a lot of people. So your thoughts, man?
I'm a very country guy, and I thank God for the country foundation upon which I was raised. And that country foundation taught me at an early age, don't let the devil ride. Because if you let him ride, he's going to want to drive. So don't even let him ride.
Yeah.
Just don't do the stupid shit, the small, sinful things that you would do. Don't do it. Because those things can grow and grow and grow. Many people have gotten caught up into that web of sin. That's what it is, y'all. That's what it is. We don't. We might not want to use the word sin. We might want to call it, all kind of other filth and nasty and disgustingness. But it's sin. It's sin. Many people have gotten caught up into that web of sin with little small things, and he had a record of the little small sins that they were committing, and he used that against them to keep them going.
I think it was that, but also I think Diddy is a guy who is intoxicated with power. And I think he enjoyed pushing boundaries because a lot of the accusations from Tony Busby were that these victims were all promised that they would receive quote unquote record deals.
Yeah, but some of these people were already famous, so they didn't need the favors of Diddy.
Well, the 120 victims, I'm not sure if they were all famous.
I'm not talking I'm talking about the TD Jakeses.
Well, now listen, these are just, we don't know that TD Jakes.
Allegedly.
That's allegedly.
Well, I didn't say that it was him. I say the TD Jakes is those that were already famous is what I'm saying.
Allegedly.
I'm saying those that are famous.
Celebrities.
Right.
There were celebrities that
those that those that have been seen dancing on stage with him. I'm just saying those that have been seen gathering with him that didn't necessarily need the publicity.
And yeah, I don't think they was looking for.
You understand?
Well, let me ask y'all this since Jay kind of brought it in. How deep do y'all think the rabbit hole goes?
Well, let me just say, from what I understand, you even got to be careful saying certain words. They're trigger words on YouTube. So when you say, you got to say ST, for, traffic, for that part, you got to say that part. You can't even say, certain words. So
yeah,
are you speaking code? Because you're losing me now. I'm slow. What are you saying?
We can't say it. We just said we can't say it.
Certain words that you.
Somebody put it in the chat, or he will say it.
Oh, okay.
Now don't put it in the chat because he will say it.
Yeah, because you put it in the chat. And what you say? You say
don't
you can't
put it in the chat. We just have to let him stay in the dark for this one.
Since we last assembled, because there are certain words that you aren't allowed to say over open broadcast on social media.
Right.
Because those who run those platforms will opt to block your whole platform
or shut you all down, all because you keep using. Look, they've been doing that for a while. There's certain words. Yeah, you got to abide by the community.
Because what you're saying is fake. It's false. It's
no.
It has nothing to do with whether it's true or not. It has everything to do with whether or not they want you to say it or not.
That part.
It's a new form of censorship.
Guideline. Yeah. What you call it?
It's hidden under community guidelines.
Y'all didn't tell me what it is now, because y'all know I say
it's more than one. There's a whole list.
Oh yeah.
We'll have a meeting afterwards.
We got to have a meeting.
But now listen, all jokes aside, well, even though we ain't joking, do y'all think this, like, are we about to see some celebrities? It's gonna be like a bus full of folk?
I don't see how you can't see some go down. I mean,
everybody's tied to each other.
This guy had parties.
Well,
he wasn't partying by himself.
He was not partying by himself.
That's what we thought with the gentleman that had the private island.
That's right.
Well, he died.
That's right too.
Did he die or was he unalived?
See, that's the words you have to use. Unalive.
Oh, you can't. Oh,
yeah, you got to change the narrative.
Using that, it's like
we'll bring you up to speed, cuz we'll bring you up to speed.
Oh,
it's a lot we can't say. Or we can't say it that way. I'll just say this and I'll leave it alone. I believe right now in my sanctified mind.
Praise him.
It's some people that are getting their affairs in order.
Listen, every time I every time I open my news feed, they talking about certain folks is leaving the country.
I was just going to say there's a lot of private jets being fueled as we speak.
I mean, listen. Shout out to Russell Simmons. We'll leave that alone right there.
He got gone and stayed gone.
I said we're gonna leave it alone, Mama Noise.
Well, all I said is he got gone and stayed gone. I didn't say why he left.
We're gonna leave it alone. Let's just say you can't fault the man for a winning stretch.
Hello? Hello? Yeah. Y'all don't have extradition? Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
He might be getting some new neighbors, is what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm saying. This is a lot of people are crediting Cat Williams for this, which I don't know if you can credit Cat Williams for this as much as you can just say something was released in the atmosphere and a manifestation is upon us. Is that a nice way to say that?
I think this was publicly brewing before Cat Williams.
It was. It absolutely was. It absolutely was. Well, listen. The bottom line is this. And here's the irony of the whole situation. The bottom line and the irony is this. I believe God gives you time to get your house in order. So you can't say that he didn't have time to make things right, get his house in order, stop the foolishness. The irony of it all is, had he just simply turned to the girl and said, "Will you marry me?" we probably wouldn't even be here.
Wow.
It's probably that simple. If he turned to that girl at any time and said, in an honest way, as toxic as that situation was, if he'd turned to that girl and said, "Will you marry me?" we probably wouldn't even be here.
Or if he would have paid her handsomely, she would have walked away.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then, ironically, that one case is the epitome of the words, the stick that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot of seat fillers at next year's Grammy. I will agree with that. Man, your boy didn't even show up this year to the Grammy. What happened? I wonder where he's...
Because if it were not for her lawsuit, no one else, everybody was standing around waiting on somebody to do something, but they weren't going to be the person to do it. Now everybody got something to say. YouTube is bubbling.
Well, but Mama Noise, you saying that like it's a bad thing. Let me say something about what you just said. Because you kind of put some stank on it when you said it. I don't fault that girl for finally saying something. I think you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And at some point you say something.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they stood around waiting on somebody else to say something. They all seen a whole lot of stuff. Now everybody.
Yeah, but Mama Noise, it's different when you've seen something and when you've experienced something.
Well,
they need somebody.
Apparently, these 125 people experienced something.
Yeah, but they didn't have the cachet or the weight to say something.
Well,
was it their fear?
Well, I think it was more
now that he's incarcerated, and I'm not questioning.
No, we're not victim shaming at all.
I'm just saying, 125 people come forward now after he's been arrested, and I don't know.
But there's a reason why the 125 didn't come forward, and one of the reasons why, remember, one of the charges is racketeering. Racketeering is conspiracy, meaning that there was way more people than just him involved in the process of covering this up.
Well, those are the people that worked for him.
Those are the people that worked for him. So and we don't know how, and we don't, by the way, we don't know how deep that payroll goes.
So I got a question then.
Go ahead.
When R. Kelly was incarcerated, did all them enablers go too?
I think they are still working on some of that as well. I think they're still working on some of that as well.
So
well, listen,
the ringleader
that's
goes.
what Mama Noise. That's what a RICO is. A RICO is saying we're gonna get you and everybody that helped you. And that's what they're trying to do with this situation.
Including
the
doctor that was hooking up these IVs.
Yes.
I mean,
we want the person that went to the store to buy the baby oil. We want the person that helped you unload it. We want all them people.
Somebody on my Facebook feed said, "Where are all the parents?"
See, that's another conversation altogether.
Cause listen, I'm just gonna say, from my understanding, allegedly, without saying the names of all these people, but they mamas was dropping these boys off at Puffy's house, saying he want to be famous. I heard that you could help him. So you gonna leave him unattended?
Mama Noise, listen, that's a whole nother show. We gonna build a whole nother show for that. Because you are 1,000% correct. Because you can go all the way through on that, all the way back to Kelly, all the way back on that. Because I don't understand that part either.
Because that was the beef they were saying about the Kelly situation. Where all these mamas that was up there, you knew that these girls was being hooked up with this man.
Well, here's the thing. Whether you knew or did not know, the question is are you complicit, and are you what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? An accomplice in this crime? That's the question. Are you an accomplice in this crime? Because if you willingly dropped off your child more than once, and your child, you willingly dropped off a minor, is that a form of abuse or neglect, or like what is that? I'd love to we need to get a lawyer that can come on the show with us and discuss that, because I
would think in minimal child endangerment.
I'm just saying. Go ahead there, cousin Noah.
Listen, I got a news flash, a public announcement I would like to make.
Okay.
It may be shocking, but it's true.
No, we need a banner.
In this world, I don't mean this country, I don't mean our community, I'm talking about in this world. There are many parents that are willing to sell their kids for success or for money.
It's true.
Now, how about that? You type that takes down.
Now, not all parents would do that, and many would sit back and clutch their pearls and say, "Oh, how could you say that? I would never do that." Bullshit and A whole lot of parents will put their kids out there for success and for money.
That's right.
That's a fact.
It is a fact.
So don't be shocked when shit happened to little Johnny and Susie, and you say, how could the parents allow it? Shit, the parents. How's a
9-year-old end up at a white party? What? Nah.
The same one whose mama at now that the person is a superstar say, I had no idea that happened to them. Quit. You trying to say you ain't know Usher was being dropped off at that.
Mama Noise. I done told you.
Oh, sorry. Allegedly. You gonna wait till that man is this old in life
Mama
and then
Noise,
decide?
I'm gonna thank you.
Okay.
Now you get it together.
Some of us intentionally plead ignorant, stupid. I didn't know. No, because you didn't want to know.
That part. Because now you on the other side. You done been resting in the wealth now. It's, was that going on?
Your ass knew.
I appreciate the Maserati. Wait a minute. One of the boys, they were saying, well, he said, they told me they was going to give me a Ferrari or something like that. See, it's sort of like what Mr. Noise was saying. These people were promised things to move up in the industry.
But regardless of what they were promised or not, this is disturbing.
Very
from the
so.
start. It's disturbing that parents would be willing to play the game. It's disturbing of what the act was. It's disturbing that who was involved. It's all very, very disturbing. And we need to figure out how deep does the rabbit hole go. And the federal government should look at it all, in my opinion. At it all. Don't just stop with the guy at the top of the thing. Look at the whole board.
I would say this one last thing. Poverty is a mother.
It is. Boy, it is. It is.
And people take advantage of people that are impoverished.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. We've gone rather heavy tonight, so we're gonna kind of lighten the load a little bit. With a couple of fun things. Well, I don't know how fun they are, but it's just different topics. We talked about Diddy. By the way, did y'all know that there is a documentary coming for both Chris Brown and Diddy?
Well, everybody's doing a doc on Diddy now.
Shout out to Protecting Black Women. The documentary, one of them is going to be on ID. I guess that's a new channel or streaming service. ID.
What is it?
It's the ID channel or ID streaming service.
It's been out for a little while.
Okay, yeah, they're going to do a documentary on Chris Brown, and because apparently a new victim has come forward.
For what?
Chris Brown. A new young lady has come forward, claiming sexual assault from him. And let me say this about that, and I don't mean to specifically call him out, but I'm kind of specifically calling him out. You want us all to forgive you, but shit keep happening. Like black people are very forgiving until you keep doing the same shit. Then we're not as forgiving because it don't feel like you learned anything. Yes. And if people keep now, you may be saying, well, these women are just they claiming all this stuff, and I ain't okay. Well, but it don't feel like your behavior has changed, brother. Like we see the internet, we see the Instagram pictures with you taking pictures after the show, and you palming girls' booties and doing sexually provocative photos after the show. We see all that, so it don't feel like you learning nothing. So how can we forgive you?
Wait a minute, though. In his defense,
we're not defending him.
I'm saying that these women are paying for him to put them in these positions.
Mama noise. What? I do not care.
Well, I get that you don't care, but it's the truth.
No, it's not the truth. Let me tell you what.
$1,000 to $1,500.
Mama noise. He a grown man. He need that money. Ain't he a recording artist? Ain't he selling millions?
Since he started doing it, now other artists are starting to do it.
Mama noise. That don't make it right. You talking like it makes it right. If you got allegations that you are a serial sexual assaultist, the last thing you need to do is drawing attention to yourself by your behavior with women. That's just good sense.
Is he married?
No.
So what's the problem?
That's what I'm trying to tell him.
The problem is, Jay, is that there are photos and a recollection that he beat Rihanna's ass. And then after Rihanna left, and then after Rihanna left him, he beat Carucci. What's her name? Carucci, whatever her last name is. He beat her ass, and then beat the next girl's ass. He been beating ass for quite some time.
But here's the thing. It goes in my opinion. It goes along with what Jay said earlier about don't let the devil ride, because soon he'll want to drive. If you know you have problems, you probably need not put yourself in those situations, regardless of what these women are willing to pay for. Because I believe they just want an opportunity to be with someone famous. They don't want to be molested and harassed and touched the way he's touching some of these women in these pictures. That's, again, my opinion, because this gentleman just made several million from this show. I don't think an additional $25,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 is why he has these meet and greets.
And what, there's nothing to be gained from it. Because while, yeah, you make like you said, a few $1,000s, but bro, you look real bad. I think you're not seeing what it really looks like. You look like the same old creepy, hypersexualized dude that you've always been. You don't look cooler. You don't look like a play. You look like a fool. And you look immature, like you don't know how to grow up. I'm just saying, Mama Noy, I understand what you're saying about these women are choosing to take these pictures. I got it. But as a man who has gone through what he's gone through, you're asking us societally to forgive you for your transgressions, yet it looks like you're one step away from committing the next one. And then allegations keep coming out. This dude got yearly allegations that he's whooped somebody's ass. Yearly. At this point, it feels like it's an annual thing.
Well,
I'm just saying, dude, who are your friends?
Did you just say who are his friends?
Who are your friends? And whoever they are, get some new ones. Because they clearly don't have your best interest at heart. Because somebody need to pull your card and say, bro, you wildin'.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Sort of like what you said. All these people standing around and know the situation, and ain't nobody saying nothing. Yeah. We tell our kids, if you see something, say something. But we really saying it depends on what it is.
Well, all right, I promise y'all fun stuff. Let's get to some fun stuff. One person that passed while we were gone was the great Frankie Beverly. And we are so sad to see him go.
What are y'all going to do for the Jazz Festival?
Well, it ain't going to be the same. That's for damn sure. A lot of people ain't going to go because the whole point of going to the Jazz Festival was to hear Frankie Beverly and May close it out.
And furthermore, what bands have been coming up behind them to be able to take the place?
Well, Mama Noy, they got a guy. I don't know who the guy is, but he sang at the Essence Festival. I think he's supposed to be taking Frankie's place. So they're gonna try to replace him. Though I don't know how well that he sounded good. But I just don't know how well that's gonna go over. I just
listen. Y'all need to be honest now. Y'all need to be honest.
Okay.
Frankie ain't been able to sing in
I knew you was gonna say something.
No, Frankie was struggling toward the end. He was.
Okay. The audience was singing for Frankie.
But he was standing there though. That's enough for us.
Right, that's right.
And let's not even try that, Mr. Cuz Noise. We done been to many concerts where people up there lip syncing. So what is the difference? We paid, and they were supposed to be singing, and they lip sync. He fought all the way to the end, Cuz Noise. All the way to the end, he sang until he couldn't sing no more. How many singers nowadays have that much dedication?
Mama Noise, I'm just saying.
Did you? Have you been to the last concerts where he was struggling?
Mama Noise, I'm just saying. We're trying to hold him up to somebody that was still singing and was carrying that tune, and Frankie was struggling.
No, he wasn't singing at the end.
He was struggling because we wanted him to be able to still sing because his music holds such a place in our hearts. Now,
we were some selfish individuals. That's what happened.
Well, damn, Mama.
We were selfish. We know that man was struggling. We ever talking about we expect him to do it all the way up until the last breath? Come on.
Mama Noise, were we selfish? Did he need the money? We don't know. We shit. We didn't make that man do all them engagements. Now, shit.
The
But
band might need the money. No, I ain't gonna hold you.
But because he did those engagements, surely we were there. But
yeah, we came through.
Well, then we need to cut him some slack then with the can't carry the tune.
Well, Mama Noise, it's okay. He's gone now to be with the Lord.
Really?
He's with the Lord. Jesus.
I know.
It's all good. But that ain't even the question I wanted to ask. The question I wanted to ask is Frankie Beverly and Mays the greatest band to never get the proper credit?
I agree.
Are they the
what now?
Are they the greatest band to never get proper?
We can't hear you. Okay, his screen froze. Is Frankie Beverly and Mays the
credit?
What?
Go ahead, Mama Noise. Tell him to just stop.
My screen was like, no. Y'all get questions? I'm sorry. I said, is Frankie Mays the greatest band not to get credit for being the greatest band?
Yeah, they never got no awards for nothing.
Who is more consistent than Frankie Beverly and Mays?
More consistent.
Mr. Noise,
Frankie Beverly and Mays.
I don't know.
The OJs?
Were they more consistent than Frankie Beverly and Mays? Because Frankie Beverly and Mays was
just as though.
Okay, just as. But the closer was always Frankie Beverly and Mays. Always.
You said band, right?
Yeah.
Well, when he says
Earth,
that,
Empire? They're still touring, right?
Well, in its current image, yeah.
And they carry a tune.
But I don't know if they were as good as Frankie Beverly in their height. Some people would say yes, they were. But live, man, Frankie Beverly.
Mr. Noise, you're not being at your
I
best.
don't know.
You're not
being
you're not being at your best for some reason.
Oh, the screen keeps freezing.
He said you're not at your best.
Well, we're working on that. We upgrading all the equipment, so we just gotta wait till it comes in. But
well, it's just you. Mama Noise is straight. It's just you.
Yes, it really is just me. I don't know why I'm freezing like this, but I am. But I'm asking that question though. Do you guys think Frankie Beverly and Mays gets the credit that they deserve among the blacks? Well, really among music period.
From the black community, yes. I think they do get the credit.
What about music in general?
No.
Not at all.
No.
And that's why I said what I said, because I think when you mention when you mention Earth, Wind, and Fire, when you mention the OJs, when you mention the Isley Brothers, you mention Frankie Beverly featured Mays. It just, they're all there, in my opinion. They're recognized in the same genre, the same level to me. And I went to many jazz festivals.
Yeah.
Frankie Beverly and Mays, but darn it, on the same bill, the Isley Brothers. So they were synonymous to me.
If an alien came to this planet and said, "Introduce me to black music," would you play Frankie Beverly and Mays first or other?
R. Kelly.
What the? I mean,
Stomp in the name of love.
I would probably start off with.
My whole screen froze up when you said R. Kelly.
I would probably start off with funk. Before
What?
I would,
Big James.
well, before I would start off with Frankie Beverly and Mays.
George Clinton.
You would start off with funk?
I would probably start off with funk first.
You wouldn't start out with Happy Feelings?
I would.
I would probably start off with funk. You said
Like
black.
what?
You said black music.
Give us a group.
Yeah, black music now.
What group? Cuz Noise.
Listen, Mama Noise. Listen, Mama Noise. True black music. You got to go back to that funk. That
Which
funkadelic.
one, black man?
George Clinton. Funkadelics.
That was just, yeah, funkadelic. You got to go. You got to
talking
go.
about
Give him no help, Al. He keeps saying funk. Funk.
Baby.
Boots it, baby. Boots it, baby. You got to go
I
back.
don't know, man.
Well,
I don't know.
first time
Jordan
it's
Payne.
Huh?
Jordan Payne. Southern Girl.
Come on here.
I don't know, man. If I really want them to understand, I'm probably gonna rattle off some of that Frankie Beverly, man.
I'm just saying.
I don't think so, Lloyd. I don't think so. And I think you have to go back to Motown.
Okay.
Donna Ross, the Supreme, Smokey. I think you're going to get a better origin of us. A better start there than you would, the 70s, late 80s with Frankie Beverly.
And if you're honest, you have to go back to Ray Charles and all of that. All of that mixture of gospel with that music, that R&B music back in those days. That was
Elvis.
No, that's the stolen music. That's different.
I mean, but
Elvis.
actually that
What was
wasn't R. Somebody. Actually, that wasn't R&B. That was rock and roll back in those days.
That was ours too.
I mean, but that was Little Richard,
Right.
back in the days.
Also ours.
Yeah.
All right. That's just a question I had. I thought, did y'all see the new season?
But I wouldn't start with Maze. I wouldn't.
I would. I think I would. I would say go listen to this album and then come back to me and tell me how black we are. That's just me. I'm a Frankie Beverly guy, though. I like Frankie Beverly. Did y'all watch the last season of
Nope.
Bel Air? This past season that just went by, season 3 of Bel Air.
I watched episode 1 about 5 times, but I would always start it at night when I got home.
Okay.
And then I would always fall asleep. So
Gotcha.
I've not watched the first episode completely.
I didn't even know it was on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, Bel Air, they did the re-imaging of the new Fresh Prince of Bel Air, it's called Bel Air. Same characters, but different re-imaging. It's more dramatic now, less funny, and more risk. And Will has definitely taken in season 3 liberty to use the show to explore different thematic thoughts, such as I think it was episode 5 or 6, where Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil were just having some hard times in their marriage, and needed to go on vacation together and explore different aspects of their marriage. And they decided to go on vacation and met some friends on vacation, frat brothers, if you will, and their lovely wives. And they said, why don't we go in here and just spend some time together, just spend some lovely time together. And they explored the boundaries beyond the scope of committed monogamy to a more open scenario, one that was more fluid.
Uncle Phil?
I'm sorry?
Big
Yeah,
ass
Uncle Phil.
Oh, no,
Well,
the Uncle Phil in this new version ain't big ass.
Yeah, he ain't big ass. He's very in shape and muscular, and you know,
And dark
so, you know,
skin.
dark
Yeah,
skin.
He ain't dark skin. He ain't light skin, Uncle Phil.
No, he ain't like
and even Jeffrey, little English.
I ain't gonna hold you. Jeffrey's a gangster.
Yeah, Jeffrey's straight thug.
Jeffrey's a straight thug in this thing.
Jeffrey is a fixer.
Yeah, he's a fixer. He's a fixer. He's the black Olivia Pope. He fix shit. That's what he do.
Listen, my sorors had a whole page talking about the new Jeffrey. They was like, everybody is Jeffrey.
He ain't cooking omelets and dusting chandeliers.
So what is this on? Is this streaming? What is this?
This is on Peacock. This is on Peacock. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people were I ain't gonna say outraged, but they were a little like, what you doing with it?
If cuz you want to check it out, don't start with season 3.
Oh no. You gotta start with season 1.
To understand
what's going on, how they got there. But they got there though. And a lot of Will's personal ish got into season 3.
Spilled over into
not the character Will, but the person.
The man Will Smith.
Yeah.
He's the producer.
He is the producer of this show.
My news feed had people saying, "What the fa-la-la? What happened? What happened? What in the world? Our nice, crisp, and clean Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv is now done crossed over to the dark side. What is Will Smith doing?"
And by the way, as of today, as of October 1st, 2024, the show has not been renewed as of yet.
And right,
so it may have been a miscalculation. We'll see. To be determined. There are if you go on the internet, there are very mixed opinions about season 3. Very mixed. So
I'll tell you what the mixed review is: keep Will Smith out of the writing room.
Well, that may be what you got to do.
Because to me, I think
it definitely took a turn.
But I don't think he's present the other seasons.
What's her name? The show didn't get picked up either, did it? After season 2.
Who's that?
Kerry Washington.
It did not. Unprisoned. Did not get picked up for season 3. I think it is. Not sure why.
Yeah, yes, it had a second season.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. It's okay. It's okay. It was a
little. The storyline or the episodes were a little repetitive.
Yeah. It didn't. I didn't feel like it was moving well. So you know, I can kind of understand why I didn't get picked up a little bit. But I'm always rooting for shows. I'm always rooting for black shows. So, you know, I get it. Speaking of black shows, shout out to Uncle Shay Shay, who had the show of all shows this summer. I have to ask you guys this question.
Uncle Shay Shay.
We love Uncle Shannon on this show.
No, we don't. Nope.
Well, no, we don't.
I like Uncle Shay Shay. I like him.
However, do you recall before we started our break, saying that he had turned into a ratings grab or a
not only do I recall it, Al, the incident that we are referring to that most of you probably already know about by now, of him going Instagram live with Michelle, made me think of Al Brown, because I thought, because he said he threw his phone down. See, the problem is the lie wasn't good.
I'm telling you, I told you. I said that
was very bad. It was a very, very bad lie.
Mr. Noise, I told you that thing about the phone was a Jesse Smollett.
Exactly. Don't we have a drop list? We knew he was obviously lying.
We knew this nigga was clearly lying.
Right, clearly.
Let me just say this.
There's like 5 steps you got to do to go live on Instagram.
I was just going to say, let me just say this because Cuz don't know. Cuz don't know how many steps it is to go live on Instagram. First of all, a nigga can't just throw their phone down and go live on Instagram. That is not how that works. You can't just toss it down to the, even if you're on Instagram, you can't just throw your phone down and suddenly go live because of a jingling or a juggling of the phone. There are several steps that must be done in order for you to go live. So
I think all of them.
So either he was on the verge of doing a live, or the young lady that he was with set him up to go live. Somebody pushed all the buttons and did all the steps to go live. But there's no way he threw his phone down and just went live. It is impossible to do. Now, shout out to Instagram for not outing his ass, because they could have said, they could have said, we do have a drop for that. We have a drop for that.
Lies.
So they could have said that, and they didn't. They did not do that. But it is obvious Uncle Shay Shay wasn't quite, and he said as much. He said that he,
What did he say?
Well, he said, what did he say? He didn't say he went live. He said, well, no, he said he threw his phone.
Yes, he did.
Stuck to that line.
Yes, he did.
Well, listen.
He tried to ride that line out. Talking about he called his mama and his sister and them apologizing.
Well, no, he probably did. I mean, listen, I don't know.
Sir.
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, right.
Other than it got everybody talking. Listen, one thing you can say about him this year, we have not stopped talking about him. He has won this year.
I'll give you that.
Have you guys heard it?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Have you?
Have not. I have, yes. I have.
It don't even sound real.
Oh, you think it sounded real, Mama Noise? You thought it was fake?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it was.
I mean, but is she alone in this? Did y'all think it was fake?
I haven't heard it.
I thought the scenario was fake. I didn't think the act itself was fake.
Right. I think the act was real.
But that white woman hurried up and said, I'm not the Michelle in which he speaks.
Right. She was like, it ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't me. I ain't the one.
Right.
Michelle got a lot of compliments too, by the way. A lot of people was like, wow, she sounds like she's really enjoying us. She seemed to be enjoying herself. Right. Now, he also claimed that he was going a lot longer than 25 minutes. I mean, a lot longer than 2 minutes.
To make sure he wasn't the Minuteman.
Which the video doesn't support that. But
now you want to clean it up and say, I'm not a Minuteman for real.
I'm just saying the video don't support 25 minutes. The video only lasted 2 minutes. And Instagram, you can go live for an hour. You can go live for an hour, as we saw with the
I
verse.
said this was.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, this is not real. This is I think it was a ploy for ratings.
Well, it worked. Whatever it was, it worked.
Everybody get it in, get it in, I'm like, stop.
He won. I mean, listen, you can't fault the man for a winning strategy, Mama Noy.
Yeah, okay.
So, all right. By the way, if we want to give a winning strategy, shout out to the great Kendrick Lamar, who also won the year.
True.
Not only did he call the man a pedophile to his face, but then he got the Super Bowl to back him up and say, why don't you come do that here in front of 1 billion people?
Where he's already at how many spins?
I don't know, but let me ask y'all this question, Mama Noise, and Al and Cuz. Because the rumor is that Drake has sent a cease and desist letter for that song not to be played at the Super Bowl. Now, let's be very clear.
That is the 2024 summer, fall, late spring anthem.
Well, I've already reached out to some representatives at Kendrick Lamar's camp, and they had a response.
Hell no, can't do that.
Yeah. They are absolutely playing that song. Now, they may not play the pedophile part.
You may have to edit
They
it.
may kind of manipulate the song in a way to where they don't say that word. But we all know the song is going to get played.
When they did the video, the official video, and when they did the concert, the crowd put the words in. He ain't gotta say no words.
Well, I think what's gonna happen, Mama Noise, if I'm just surmising at this point, they're going to play the music and they're going to play the hook at some version, and that's probably it. Like, I cannot. Now, let me just say this. Let me just be clear about this, very clear. If for some reason he performs any part of the verses of this song live in front of 1 billion people, nigga, checkmate. Checkmate. Just the fact that he's got, to me, the fact that he's even performing the Super Bowl is checkmate. But if he says any version of this song on the Super Bowl stage,
he already had a checkmate. Remember, he did. He performed at the Super Bowl when it was the first time hip hop had ever been a halftime.
No, but that's a whole nother thing, Mama Noise. He wasn't. There was no official beef with Drake at that point. Now there's official beef
that he.
No, but that's what we're talking about. I'm talking about the checkmate is between him and Drake, is what I'm saying.
Well, I guess my part that I'm saying is I allegedly heard that the halftime committee had asked Drake several times to be the halftime person.
Well, I've heard that too. I've heard that too. I don't know how true that is, but Drake ain't never done it this hot.
I think it was confirmed.
Okay.
On at least 2 occasions, he's turned down an opportunity to do a halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but now it's too late because he just got itch slapped. Does Drake still do music?
He does. I mean, he released something. He's released something since Kendrick has done all that.
Has he?
It didn't do well. It didn't do well at all. Like,
I didn't even know he had a release. That's a telltale.
I didn't either.
People heard it for like an hour and a half, and they were like, "Eh."
Sir, have 2 seats.
Sir, your new release. That's not.
I'm about to go to this HBCU game where they're gonna play 15 versions of "They Not Like Us."
I mean, where can you go? There's nowhere you can go. Matter of fact, it's sad that from what I understand is certain DJs have been banned from playing the song in Canada because he don't want to hear it.
Mama Noise, do you realize that it will almost be a calendar year at the Super Bowl that Kendrick Lamar has been harassing Drake? It's been a calendar year. I'm just saying, the moral of the story is,
don't start with the smoke if you can't handle the fire.
Okay. All right. What else we got? Is that it? Y'all want to talk about the Karen, do you?
What?
The Karen that was complaining about she couldn't get her reservations in North Carolina in the mountains because of the hurricane.
Nope. We ended on a fun note.
Okay. Y'all want to talk about shits and giggles, do you? the podcast Shits and Giggles that wouldn't protect black women, who built their podcast on black women support. And then when it was time to go on a white man's podcast and defend black women, did not do so. And black women was like, oh, really? Y'all not going to defend us? Y'all going to let this white man say what he wants to say about it? Okay. Forced them boys to apologize. By the way, they was from Canada.
Oh, wow.
You muted out.
Yeah, I missed all of that.
Yeah, that was kind of a big mess too. But okay, we'll leave that alone for another day. Only other topic left is these freaking pastors from Texas. What's that about? Why the state of Texas got so many freaky pastors? Cuz 8 pastors since the beginning of this year. Now I'm not talking about small church pastors. I'm talking about either mega church or used to be mega church pastors have all resigned or been let go because of moral indiscretion. What is going on in the water in Texas?
You asking me?
I'm asking you. Because currently I'm in Arkansas, so I don't know what's going on in Texas.
Oh, I don't.
Robert Morris, Tony Evans, Luke Cunningham, Ronald Goins.
And the majority of them are in North Texas.
Josiah Anthony. We know one of them personally. Karen Dames, we know him. I Pastor Dames.
You know, the late, great Carlton Pearson said that that there was going to be an awakening in the church.
Uh-huh.
And really, it has nothing to do with Texas. It's the church.
It's the church as a whole.
It's the church.
Uh-huh.
You know, oftentimes what happens in society is when there are shootings in Chicago, or shootings in Louisville, people in other parts of the nation sit back and they sit on their high chair and they say it's a their problem.
Uh-huh.
It's not our problem, it's a their problem.
Uh-huh.
The reality is, just wait, your turn is coming. The sickness and the sin is everywhere. It just hadn't shown up yet, or it hadn't been exposed yet in your area, but it's everywhere. So no one has the ability to say that it's a problem over there. We oftentimes do that with gun violence in this country and other issues, but that's not the case.
Gotcha.
So it's only a matter of time. It's going to continue to roll through the church. Sin is a problem.
Yes, that's what it means.
Church. That's a fact. Sin has always been a problem in the church. All of my life, I've always seen sin in the church. From the pulpit to the mother's board. She might have not been screwing, but she was talking about folks that was screwing. The usher board, the deacon board, the trustee board. Sin has always been in the church. So just sit back. It will continue to.
I'll just say this, because I did mention that one of the pastors, we knew him personally. I worked at his facility, and he was a jerk to me. the entire time I was there.
He was a what?
He was a jerk. He's an asshole.
Oh.
The entire time I was there. And even when I did the things that I knew were right to do, he would push back and try to, do things that were the opposite of that. So it was not surprising to me to see his falling away. And I'm not looking to take a victory lap in any way, form, or fashion. I am simply saying to those of you who are out there who are trying and attempting to do things the right way, keep doing what you're doing. Because the truth of the matter is, the Bible is true that every knee and every tongue, just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. I agree 100% with Jay that sin has always been in the church and likely will always be in the church. That's just how it is. Let me just say this. Everybody that says they are a pastor is not.
It will always be in the church.
Yeah. Everybody that says they were called were not. But
even if they were called, Mr. Noise, they are not flawless. That's
also true.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the problem with the church. They're so busy trying to portray that perfect image that eventually they fall.
Also true. Also very true.
Okay.
But I think what we are seeing is exactly what Al said earlier, that the wheat and the tares must grow together. But
correct.
The sith is coming.
Okay.
And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. It is a reminder to us all that we should not ever place our hope and our faith in the facility or the infrastructure that is the modern church. But our hope is built on nothing less. Come on now. What does it say? Then Jesus' blood and righteousness.
We need to wrap our minds around, we need to come to terms with what exactly is sin in the church. We're too busy trying to hold people to standards that are really not reasonable.
Well, in order to do that, though, because you have to restructure the whole model and stop putting a standard of perfection upon the person that shall lead. We have to know that person and agree that person is probably flawed from the beginning, and they're just going to do the best that they can. But our hope cannot be in that person and deciding that if that person makes a error in judgment. Now, something egregious or criminal is different than an error in judgment.
Agree.
Do we agree? Like an error in judgment can probably be looked through. Crime cannot. So if you're committing crimes, as some of these pastors have done, that's different. That's different. That's not what we're talking about. Yeah.
But if I eat a piece of chicken,
Tar took it there. Oh Christ, that's okay.
But if I eat a piece of chicken and say this shit is good, I mean, come on now, what's wrong with that?
Right.
A piece of chicken.
Good.
Well, it's good. Ain't nothing wrong with you eating a piece of chicken.
Oh my God.
But if you eat a piece of chicken butt naked in the middle of the street, we probably got some issues. That's probably a line too far. That's all we saying. Pastors know the line, is what we saying. What are you doing? So, but I understand. But it's interesting that all of this is happening in Texas, though.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
No.
It's not. It's everywhere.
No.
That's just where the spotlight is right now.
It's just not.
Well, I haven't heard anybody else.
It's just Texas is filled with so many mega churches and so many what's the word? So many pastors that are in the spotlight.
Right.
But I think once we as individuals understand that the building, the church, is filled with flawed, imperfect people. Not only the building, the church, but the earthly kingdom is filled with flawed and imperfect people. And like you said,
Yes,
we don't need to put so much faith in those individuals. We need to maintain our faith in Jesus. And that's why it says, a study to show thyself approved. It doesn't say follow to show thyself approved. So be careful in putting so much trust and hope in the people.
Yeah.
And transfer that hope in Jesus. And I feel once you start that approach, you won't be let down so often.
And looking for perfection in people.
You'll never find it.
You're asking to be let down. You're asking to be let down.
It's unreasonable. It's unreasonable.
Yeah. There's just one.
Yeah. You are asking to be let down if you choose to do that.
Now, like you said, Lord, there's certain things that just shouldn't be done that are not acceptable. Absolutely. But you got preachers that are scared to talk to members because they have to talk a certain way and act a certain way, and that's not who they are. So they can't be themselves around people because they have to pretend to be something that they're not. Yeah. And that's not sustainable.
I know we got to wrap up here in a little bit, but it's interesting to me, this conversation, because if we were to remove those boundaries of perfection from pastors and allow them not the freedom to make the mistake, but the grace that comes along with the imperfection
of being human,
then maybe they would feel more compelled to speak on the things that are more humanistic, like women who are being abused in the church, like molestation of children, like, you know what I mean? We could take it there, because some stuff don't get talked about because we don't want to uncover all of the things. And that's the scary part about it. When we give shadows to the secret places, that's when things can go awry. And we've done that in the church for so long. We've given shadows to the secret places, especially to the leadership, and we don't hold them accountable, and we don't hold a light or a mirror up to them because they are our perfection. But instead of holding them accountable and looking deeper into their lives and their circumstances and saying, this man is flawed, we give shadows to the darkness. And man, bad things happen. So, I don't know. It's something to think about, something to take with you tonight as you're leaving. I don't know. I've been looking on the internet as we walk out the door here. It looked like JD's having a rough go of it.
Who walks?
No, JD is having a rough go of it.
Oh,
well, let me go watch it. I don't want to hear about it. Watch it.
No, I got to just tell you this one quote. Just this one quote. One of the moderators said, just to clarify.
He's waving and say he's gone.
No, just come on now. Let me say it. He said, just to clarify for our viewers, Springfield, Ohio does have a large number of Haitian migrants who have legal status. And JD responded, the rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check.
His chief of staff, John Kelly, said that he was.
That's how you have a rough go of it. If you try to check them for fact checking, brother, it don't sound like things are going well.
We don't want to fact check? I mean,
I was going to be able to lie in peace. What's going on?
Well, you heard what Donald Trump said after the first debate.
Yeah.
It seemed like you fact checked everything I said, and not once did you fact check Kamala Harris. Well, that's probably because you were lying. So
Yeah, you spend a lot more time lying than like real lies. Like
her lies were not immediately traceable.
Well, hers were just slight exaggerations or misinterpretations of the facts, whereas yours was just blatant, outright. Anyway, but we're gonna let y'all get to the rest of the debate. There's about 45 minutes left in it. So enjoy it, and then we'll be back next week with this, that, and a whole bunch of other things that's probably gonna happen through the rest of this week.
For real.
But it's good to see everybody. It's good to be back. We got a great year planned out for you guys. A lot of surprises, hopefully, and can't wait to unfold it all before you. Good to see the regulars, Tara and Anthony Bruce, and Ron Nolan is back. He didn't get a chance to make, but he's back, ladies and gentlemen. He is back.
Woo woo!
We'll see Kyrie in the building at some point. And so we just gonna keep having fun, keep talking that noise. We love y'all. Have a great evening. And Mama, no, I forgot to ask you how you was doing today.
I'm well, and I want to give a quick shout out to Crystal McLean. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Crystal McLean. Love you, girl.
Birthday.
All right, y'all. Talking NOIZ. We'll be back.